Hello everyone and welcome to Module 7. This week our focus is actually on nutrition, and this is something that I actually personally really like and really enjoy talking about because nutrition for me is also a very important part of my entire life. Never actually worked in nutrition, but I have enough friends who are nutritionalists, or I've worked with diabetic educators who do nutrition, so this is actually one of my favorite topics to really talk about. So for this week, we are focused on just one chapter, which is chapter 57. So this chapter has a lot to it, and let's go ahead and break it on down. So to start off with, we talk about nutrition, and that includes all processes involved in using food for growth, for repair, and for maintenance. And nutrition includes ingestion, digestion, absorption, metabolism. Now, it is said that the standard American diet contains too much fat, too many calories, too much cholesterol, too much salt, not enough fiber, and insufficient complex carbohydrates. The best diet is a balanced eating plan with the correct proportions of the major ingredients. There are nutritional professionals to help aid with this development in eating habits, healthy eating habits, and quality of life. They are a registered dietitian and a nutritionist. Now, as a medical assistant, you will be working in nutrition, and it's important to understand the roles of the nutritional specialists because you may have to be responsible for explaining their work to the patients. Things such as providing the patient education and materials on a nutrition plan, assisting in researching and creating patient education programs and material as related to nutrition, completing referrals and pre-authorization with health insurance plans, and supporting and encouraging the patients as they embark on a dietary change and promote the importance of following through with appointments. So now that we have an understanding of what nutrition is and those involved in the care team, let's discuss the nutrients that the body needs. Nutrients are organic or inorganic substances found in food that supply our body with elements necessary for metabolism. More than 50 nutrients are required for the human body to function, but they can be broken down into 6 main classification groups. Those are carbohydrates, proteins, fat, water, vitamins, and minerals. So let's take a look at each of those more in depth. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy from foods that we consume. They are sugars, starches, and fiber. Every carbohydrate provides 4 calories of energy. And dietitians recommend that only about 10% of your daily caloric intake comes from refined sugars, such as honey, gel, candy, or syrups. And the 50% should come from complex carbohydrates, such as vegetables, citrus fruits, whole grains. Proteins are the building block of the body because they are the basic and the base of all living cells. Proteins are necessary because they produce energy, they promote growth and repair, and they provide a framework for our bones, muscles, and blood. It is recommended that about 12 to 15% of the daily caloric intake come from proteins. Next on the list is your fats, and fats are also called lipids. Now we have some fats that do not dissolve in water, but some fats are necessary in your diet because some fat-soluble vitamins need the fat to carry them into the bloodstream. Fats are a major source of energy for the body, but they also provide a concentrated source of energy. They assist in the transportation of fat-soluble vitamins. They add some taste to your food. They provide a feeling of fullness. They lubricate the skin and internal tissues and store energy for your future. Fats are also considered saturated or unsaturated. Saturated typically means that they come from an animal source, where unsaturated fat is normally a liquid at a room temperature and can be converted into a fat. Water is a vital constituent for the body. It's really necessary for survival. The body can only survive a few weeks without food, but only a few days without water, so it is necessary that you are drinking water every day. Water makes up about 50 to 60% of the average human weight. At birth, a newborn, 75% of their weight is water. The recommended intake of water is 6 to 8 8-ounce glasses every day. Water has several functions in the human body. It helps to carry oxygen and nutrients to our cells. It regulates your body temperature, prevents dehydration. It replaces water loss through sweating, breathing, and urination and feces. It helps to remove waste products, and it protects your organs and tissues. Number 5 is our vitamins, and these are organic substances that are essential for metabolism, growth, and development of the body. They are not a source of energy at all. Most vitamins cannot be found or formed in the human body, but vitamins A, D, E, and K can. They are all fat-soluble vitamins, so they need the fats in order to make it to the bloodstream to go over all the cells of the rest of your body. Vitamins B and C are what we consider water-soluble, so they need the water to help get to the bloodstream in order to make it to the rest of the body. And our final group here is our minerals. And minerals are inorganic elements that are neither from animals or plants. They are found throughout the body, but mainly in the bones and the teeth. They do not supply any calories or energy, but they are necessary for our physiological processes. They make up 5% of the total body. Minerals that can be obtained from places such as vegetables, calcium from milk, and a well-balanced diet. So now that we understand the nutrients for a healthy diet, we need to discuss some other things such as diets and dietary changes that you may see prescribed for patients. They can be therapeutic, such as the ones that you see on the right-hand side of the screen, and we're going to talk about each of those in just a minute. But the diets are really modified based on caloric intake, content in spices, bulk, nutrients, consistency, and intervals between meals. So let's go ahead and take a look at those a little bit further. So the first 2 diets we're going to look at are a clear liquid and a full liquid. A clear liquid diet is a diet that contains no food or milk products. It's frequently required before lab tests, exams, or surgery. Food in the clear liquid diet would contain clear broths, either chicken or beef, plain gelatin, black coffee, tea, carbonated beverages, popsicles, apple, grape, or cranberry juices. Now, a full liquid diet, on the other hand, is often prescribed for patients who are unable to chew or digest solid foods. Typically, people who have GI issues or have just come out of an oral surgery will be prescribed this. And as you can see, the foods that will be required on this diet are all of the liquids allowed on your clear liquid diet, all fruit and vegetable juices, strained fruits, soup, milk or milkshakes, and ice cream. Next, we have our bland and brat diet. Bland is when we remove any foods that contain substances irritating to your GI tract, typically because somebody has a GI issue, maybe something like Crohn's, or maybe they have irritable bowel syndrome. Those are reasons we would start them on a bland diet. The foods that are in this diet are mildly flavored foods, foods low in fiber, milk products, cooked fruit, and non-citrus juices. A brat diet is recommended for anyone who has any GI upset because these foods are easy to digest and do not cause any further upset. Specifically, if a patient or a child has had diarrhea or nausea for many days, we'll provide these so they do not upset their stomach further. And BRAT stands for bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Their toast should be plain toast, no jams, jellies, or butters. And their applesauce should be plain as well. You don't want to put any sort of other spices into that. And the last two diets we need to talk about are a high-protein diet and a low-fat, low-cholesterol. Now, the high-protein is a diet often recommended for patients who are overweight because what this does is it helps to boost their metabolism to burn off the fats. This type of diet also helps to control appetites and maintain lean muscle mass, which helps to burn off stored fat. It's recommended that within this diet, patients have 50% of their daily caloric intake from protein-rich foods. And what they'll typically do is they'll eat about 6 times a day. They'll have their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then in between they'll have a snack for each, and it'll be a high-protein snack. Last one is our low-fat, low-cholesterol diet, which is recommended for patients who have an intolerance to fat, people who have certain gallbladder diseases, liver or pancreatic diseases. And as you can see, foods on this diet are fruits and vegetables, skim milk or fat-free, low-fat dairy products, whole grain breads and cereals, angel food cake, graham crackers, and non-fat wafers. Alright guys, that is where I'm going to end for chapter 57. As always, please make sure that you read your chapter in full, as it will help you with discussion boards, quizzes, and your lab class for the week. Now, your discussion board this week is on healthy weight. It's not a diet, but a lifestyle. What you'll need to do is, because there are so many trending diets out there, or quick fix diets, what you need to do is, in your own words and from your research, you need to think about what it is that people need the quick fix diets for. Why is it once they get the results that they are seeking, do they stop what they're doing? And what do people need to be doing to maintain a healthy diet? Your initial discussion board will be due on Tuesday, August 15th, and you'll need to reply to at least one classmate no later than Saturday, August 19th. This week you also have a quiz. It is 10 multiple choice questions, all related to nutrition. You will have a 10-minute time limit, and this will be due no later than Sunday, August 20th by midnight. Alright guys, that is all I have for you this week. If you do have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that you want to run past me, please make sure that you're reaching out to me via email, in course messaging in Blackboard, or giving me a phone call at my direct line to the Rockford campus, which you can find on your course homepage in the top right corner near my picture. I hope you all have a wonderful Module 7 and really enjoy all that nutrition has to offer for you guys. Bye-bye.